And as the computer mouse turns 30, we'll take a closer look at the future. Computers that know what you want, even how you feel.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
When we come back, we'll take a closer look at some astonishing things that computer designers have in mind for us. Technology on the cutting edge. We're going to take a closer look tonight at some very interesting cutting-edge technology and how we average human beings interact, or in some cases are not yet able to interact very successfully with our computers. Today is actually the 30th anniversary of the computer mouse, if ever there was a mouse that roared. 90 million of them were produced last year. They have been the key to making computers accessible at all. We forget, perhaps, what it used to be like. You needed a punch card or lines and lines of code just to move a cursor on the screen. And now, with a flick of the wrist and a click, well, we're getting there. First, here's ABC's Jack Smith on the technology that may be just around the corner.
It is a device we take for granted, like the telephone. But without it, the computer revolution might never have happened.
We have a pointing device called a mouse.
A device invented by a Silicon Valley scientist 30 years ago.
I get this mild feeling of amazement that there's so many of them out there.
And perfected by others.
Small inventions like the mouse can have such large consequences.
The mouse was the first revolutionary step towards making computers interact directly with human beings.
To see how we'll interact in the future, the next step, you need only look, where else? At games this holiday season. When I hit the side of the road or go over a bump, I can actually feel it in the steering wheel. It's called force feedback. My hands can actually feel what my eyes are seeing in the screen. It's this way of engaging all the human senses that the mouse of the future will have.
The same technology that provides you feedback when you hit the wall can provide you a feeling of texture when you're exploring a certain material on the screen, can provide you
corduroy
or silk.
And a mouse that did that would make technology
Easier, simpler, more pleasant, more enjoyable, and more productive.
in the future. The work of a mouse could be done by other things. A camera, for instance.
The camera detects my movements and acts according to them.
Scientists are even using cameras to track your eyes. The cursor moves to what you're looking at, and the computer puts that information on the screen. You just looked at that, and it appeared on the screen here.
That's right.
And as computers get so small,
I use this for web browsing.
they can be projected onto your eyeglasses or fit in your pocket. They'll have to be activated, not by hand, but by voice.
In the future, people will be able to do their work by talking to their computers instead of using the mouse and keyboard, period.
The goal is to act with your computer the same way you'd act with another person.
And that's the future.
That's the future.
Rocks on the walls.
Imagine computers without mice or keyboards that know how to recognize you.
I don't have to remember your name because the system is doing the task for me.
And computers that know what you're thinking, for instance, detecting frowns of puzzlement.
It's amazing. Computer will actually think about understanding what you're trying to do, knowing a little bit about what you're thinking, trying to help you, teach you, do it for you.
I think that's the mouse of the future. It's not us getting better at moving something. It's the computer getting better at understanding us.
Touch, voice,
Delete that.
even thoughts. The way we interact with computers, machines, in the future will be unlike anything we know today. Jack Smith, ABC News, Palo Alto, California.
Oh, what an age we live in. But let's concentrate for a minute or two on that word, interaction. Today we were talking to Professor Nicholas Negroponte. He's the head of the Media Lab at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He actually thinks the computer builders need to do a better job than they are doing. Professor Negroponte, all this promise about the future in that report from Jack Smith, when is the future?
The future is much sooner than most people think. The pressure on computer manufacturers to make computers that are easier to use is going to be enormous. People will just not tolerate for much longer the problems we've had in communicating with machines.
Is it going to get any easier?
It has to get easier, Peter. A lot of the complication in using computers is self-imposed, and by that I mean it's imposed by what I consider gratuitous, overweight, fat software that has to be simpler and easier to use, and someday so inexpensive that computers will cost less than bicycles.
Are computers really going to understand me a little better? Are they really going to understand my emotions?
They not only are going to understand your emotions, they have to understand your emotions. Just think of computers in the role of helping children learn. Think back to your favorite teacher as a child. That teacher wasn't so much an expert in math or geography. That teacher was an expert in you. That teacher understood you emotionally, responded to you, said the right things at the right time, because that teacher was enormously good at understanding you as an emotional being. And if computers can't do that, they're going to be useless in teaching, and frankly, they're not going to be very useful in the long term.
Nicholas Negroponte, thank you. When we come back,